UK rural crisis. Wales fight back against Labour policies. The attack on our rural way of life has been accelerated here in Wales. Support quality, independent local journalism. That matters. From just £1 a month, you can help fund our work and use our website without adverts. Become a member today. This hack can each from 4 favorite hit sales and focus on our colleague. We did well in our first year, and Laura Ann Jones of the Conservatives is one of 4 regional Senate members serving the South Wales East region. Earlier this month marked the 1-year anniversary of the UK Labour government coming to power. It is, of course, very easy to criticize every difficult decision any government makes. There are deep-rooted problems in our system. There are external, international factors at play. And there are huge generational challenges that make governing difficult no matter who is in charge. Fundamentally, to govern is to choose. Unfortunately, this Labour UK government has made all the wrong choices. It was a devastating blow when Rachel Reeves removed winter fuel payments from so many pensioners last winter. It is part of our social contract that you work hard all your life and you can retire in dignity. So it was unforgivable that the government felt they could balance their books on the backs of pensioners. They eventually U-turned on that decision, but not before any pensioners had gone cold over the winter. In the end, it was political pressure, not compassion, which forced Labour to change tack. Another heartless decision that came down the M4 with the move to place inheritance tax on family farms. Inheritance tax is egregious enough. People work that extra bit harder in life so they can pass on more to their children. But in the case of farming, where machinery and the other tools of the trade are expensive, then profits are slim, this decision will be calamitous. It will be particularly felt here in South Wales East, where so many of us are farmers or are closely related to farmers. I'm a proud daughter of a farmer. For the sake of our family farms and of our food security, it's imperative that Labour reverse this tax and support our farmers in feeding our nation, because no farmers means no food. On the economy, the rise in employers' national insurance has been a disaster. Just this month, the Office for National Statistics revealed that since that tax rise took effect, the UK hospitality industry has shed a whopping 69,000 jobs. To put that in perspective, these figures mark the steepest peacetime job losses for the sector since records began outside the pandemic. I look around at all pubs and restaurants in South Wales East, all of which are community hubs, institutions, and importantly, pockets and hubs of community, and I worry about their futures under this UK Labour government. All of this has, of course, been aided and abetted by the Welsh Labour government in the Senate. In fact, the attack on our rural way of life has been accelerated here in Wales, with the Welsh government putting further strain on livestock farmers and auctioneers, with their restrictions on livestock movement. https carephilly.observer/news 105968 total chaos and havoc Senate members lambast Bluetongue. Response which came in at the start of July. It is little wonder, with decisions like this, that many farmers and indeed people across our county look at the Welsh government and ask what it is they are paying for. So, 1 year in, there is little to compliment this Labour government for. All we can hope is that by the time of the next election, our pubs, restaurants, and farms are not so badly damaged by this government's policies that they are beyond saving. I will continue to champion their voices in my vote. Labour's inheritance tax raid. Full-blown assault on rural Britain. Farming crisis explained. The Labour Party's proposed inheritance tax changes have sparked outrage, with many accusing the party of launching an all-out attack on rural Britain. Kemi Badenoch, the Tory leader, has been particularly vocal in her criticism, arguing that the changes would have a devastating impact on family farms across the country. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the changes are necessary to level the playing field and ensure that everyone pays their fair share of tax, regardless of their background or occupation. So, what exactly is being proposed, and what impact would it have on rural communities? Let's take a closer look. The changes would see agricultural and business property assets up to £1 million continue to receive 100% relief, but anything above that would be taxed at an effective rate of 20%. This has led to fears that asset-rich but cash-poor farmers would be forced to sell off their land to pay the tax bill, making it unviable for food production. The Daily Express has even launched a campaign calling for the government to U-turn on the proposals, arguing that they would be a death knell for family farms across the country. But others argue that the changes are necessary to ensure that everyone pays their fair share of tax, and that the current system unfairly benefits those who inherit large amounts of land and property. They point out that many other countries have similar taxes in place, and that the changes would only affect a small number of very wealthy individuals. So what do you think? Is the Labour Party's proposal a necessary step towards a fairer tax system, or an attack on rural communities and family farms? Let us know in the comments below.